It's American Fork football brought to you by Avenue Bakery and Lone Peak coming into American Fork. And they're, of course, Lone Peak football brought to you by Skin Science. I'm Mark Winterton. Jake Hatch joining me. It's KSL Sports Rewind for this exciting matchup tonight. Rivalry week, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is going to be a big-time game. 4-2 American Fork squad coming off the loss to Corner Canyon that we called last week. 4-1 Lone Peak, defending state champions. These are two longtime rivals. They're going to get after it tonight.
So American Fork won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they're going to be kicking from the north end zone to the south end zone.
Correct. Left to right as you see it if you're watching us on KSL Sports Rewind, so just a heads up.
What are we seeing from these two programs up to this point, Jake?
Well, both of them a little bit in transition. Most people thought this was going to be a rebuilding year for both programs. Lone Peak, as I mentioned, won the state title last year, led by a stellar senior class. Caden Hodson took over as quarterback, has been lights out for them. They've been very, very good this year. You and I have called a couple of their games this year. We've called a number of American Fork games as well. The nice part about American Fork, they've settled on a quarterback last week in Champion Edwards. Looks like he'll probably be settling into the role tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing the duel between these two squads.
What's your opinion on those three quarterbacks? You got Story, you got Edwards, They've
all been effective. That's the thing about it. You also mentioned Lincoln Jackson as well. They've all been very effective players. When we've seen them, we've played them in different instances. So I think if a guy like Champion Edwards is ineffective tonight, he was ineffective at points last week against Corner Canyon. If they can get things figured out, they may turn to somebody else and see if that's a better option. But I think they're going to give Champion Edwards all the runway they feel like he needs.
Lone Peak, the big story there, I think, would be their defense. Their defense is awesome. What about their offense? What can we expect from the offense tonight? What do they need to do to move the ball?
Caden Hodson continuing to hook up with these receivers. He's got Crew McChesney. He's also got who's number one?
Christensen.
Cole Christensen. Yeah. Two lightning-quick wide receivers. If he can keep connecting with them on deep balls and allow that offense to really rumble, that'll open up running lanes for the running backs, which is a really, really key part of what Lone Peak tries to do. I know they have this rep as being a team that throws it all over the field, but they'd love nothing more than to control the game with their ground game.
Honestly, I don't know how you forgot his name. You've got a little bit of a football crush on him.
I know, but he's lights out. He's actually back there right now to return, if I'm not mistaken.
It's going to be Christensen and McChesney back to receive. And we've got Farnsworth to kick off for American Fork. We are about underway as teams are setting up.
Well, let's play some football, shall we?
Again, I do want to mention the sponsors. Of course, the Lone Peak football brought to you by Skin Science. We appreciate them allowing us to be able to call these Lone Peak games. And then, of course, American Fork, brought to you by Avenue Bakery, as Farnsworth's going to kick this one out of the end zone. But again, all those sponsorships that allow us to bring you this high school football game, and it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Knights from their own 20-yard line.
So Lone Peak offensive line's got a lot to prove. They're young on that offensive front, but really, really talented. See how they do against a very talented defensive front for American Fork, obviously led by the Stanford commit and Hunter Clegg.
And so it's going to be Hodson. Well, let's see, actually. Yeah, we got Hodson there. Hodson in the gun. And he's got Wild lined up behind him. Hodson looking to pass. Got great time in the pocket. He's going to get out of there. There's a flag thrown as he'll pick up 5 yards.
Yeah, we're going to have a holding call in the backfield there. Tackle trying to run him by, got on the outside of the jersey there. That was an easy call for our white hat down behind the play. It's going to be half the distance from that point. It's going to be a really costly penalty there.
See where they mark that. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't agree with that rule.
1st and 18 now for Lone Peak to get things going.
So Hodson's going to be all alone this time. 5 receivers in the backfield. Fakes it to McChesney, and he keeps it himself, and he'll get maybe 3 yards, maybe 2.
That fly sweep action look there. Hodson keeping it on, with it. Picked up minimal yardage, though. Maybe a gain of 2, it looks like.
So brings up a 2nd and a mile here, about 21 yards here. Play clock down to 10 seconds here. Wild goes out as a receiver here. Hodson all alone. And the pass made to Christensen. Christensen trying to make the moves, and he'll break a couple tackles, and he gets out near the original line of scrimmage.
All things considered, nicely done there by Cole Christensen, splitting those 2 defenders and getting upfield for some extra yardage. Like you said, getting near the original line of scrimmage here. 3rd and 11 is not impossible, but it makes it a lot easier than 2nd and 20 or the 1st and 23 they were looking at.
So that, 3rd and 11 here. 10:44 left to go here in the first quarter. Lone Peak at American Fork. And did we say it's a homecoming night also? As Hodson going to go deep. He finds McChesney. McChesney's close to the first down marker. He tries to get there. We'll see where they mark this.
It's going to be tight. It's right on that line there. I'm going to assume where he's marking that. That'll be first down yardage. And it is. There you go, first down. What a throw and what an effort by McChesney to get to that line.
McChesney, in his mind, knew exactly where he needed to be, and he did every effort, even turning his body just to get there.
Forcing it, trying to get to that line to gain. Big conversion to start this game there for Lone Peak. Player coming on late here for Lone Peak.
Here comes, is that Johnson, right? And the pass made there to, that's Bateman for 5 yards.
They're coming out firing right now. Think about it. They've run the 2 run plays they have run so far in this game have not been, well, actually one was more of a scramble and a passing series. They're coming out firing. They believe they can throw the ball on this American Fork squad, apparently.
Well, and so far, Hodson's looked really well in his passes.
Well, that's the thing. You and I have seen him enough this year. He's a baseball player who came in late to training camp, and he's really adapted to the role very nicely, all things considered, with his lack of experience.
Christensen in motion, and he gives to Wild. Wild breaks free. He hit the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. Squirted through that hole. Nicely done by Wild. Getting it to, it would be 3rd and less than a yard, 3rd and inches here.
Tonight's football coverage brought to you by doTERRA, DR Horton, Realco, Ames Construction, Summit Foot and Ankle, ROI Solutions, Lions Not Sheep, Rockwell Ice Cream, Burn Boot Camp, Stephanie Clark with Berkshire Hathaway, Black Desert Resort, Velocirax, Tiger Friday, Renuvi, and Tech 9. 3rd and short, Hodson. Play action. And he's going to run. And he does not get it. He's going to come up short. It'll be 4th down.
Hodson, had he gone through his progressions there, he had Max Bateman alone in the middle of the field there for a second. Had he seen him be able to connect him on a 5-yard hitch, essentially, and get the first down there. Just didn't get that far in his progression before deciding to tuck it and run. He's going to force a punt here. A big stop for that American Fork D.
4th and inches, midfield.
Be wary of a potential fake here. That's always what you got to be concerned with. It's a great kick.
And it's Sanchez's punt. This one is going to find it into the hands of, was that Hull?
I believe you are correct. Yep, Holt, yep.
It's Hull with the return. And it'll be American Fork football at their own 27-yard line.
All right, first look at American Fork on offense tonight. You and I had their game last week where had their moments against Corner Canyon, but Corner Canyon stifled them to begin and pretty much end the game. The middle part was what American Fork controlled.
Yeah, the game was very close.
Yep.
Really until, 3rd quarter, and Corner Canyon broke it wide open. Champ. Hands off. And it's Segura.
Yep, Segura, who was the Cardinals runner last week. He was the most effective runner for them in that game against Corner Canyon, getting the start tonight, picking up 3 yards on first down.
But in all the games we've done, he's almost looked like the third running back.
Yes.
He was the most effective last week.
Coaches are rewarding him for that, it looks like.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 here. Edwards, play action, pass made, and it's caught. It's close to a first, and it looks like they're going to mark this one first down. That was made by Roberts.
Yeah, Trey Roberts, very nicely done there. Champion Edwards, those are the type of throws he's got to make. On the money, on time, delivering it right where his receiver can get it, and that's exactly what he did there. Very nicely done for his first throw of the night.
So on 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line, Edwards with Segura lined up next to him. And it's a give to Segura. Segura bounces off his lineman, and a nice spin move gets him a couple more yards.
And he was a shoestring tackle away from probably getting first down yardage and more there. That was very nicely done by him, hitting that B button for the spin like you said. But, man, he was one step away from really breaking it.
Well, Lucas Segura is only a junior, but he's fun. He is fun to watch.
He's got quick feet. He puts his shoulders down. He's very, very, very compact player. That's what you want in a running back.
2nd and 5 here. Lone Peak showing blitz. It's a give to Segura. Following his lead blockers. He's going to get a couple.
As a running back and an offensive lineman, you never want that where you run into each other and the back's like, dude, get out of the way here.
Hey, I've got someone in front of me. What am I supposed to do?
Good yardage all the same.
Wait
Make it
in
3rd
line
and short.
like the rest of us.
There you go. Makes it 3rd and short, though. You'll take that every time.
So it's Edwards with Watts now lined up behind him, and now it's I don't know if he expected that snap to come in.
I'm not sure that was called. I don't know what happened there, but that was a mistake. There was miscommunication somewhere along there. That's going to force a punt.
Edwards had looked to the side when that snap came in. Watts luckily saw it on the ground and jumped on it.
It makes me think that was the play design, and the center was supposed to snap it to Watts. It was supposed to be a direct snap with Champion Edwards trying to play decoy over there. I don't think that was communicated to the center properly, though. Because that went right to Champion Edwards. High snap.
Roberts to punt. And this a nice spiral punt. Christensen telling everyone to get away. And it's going to be down to around the 30-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 31, and so it'll be Lone Peak ball, 1st and 10 from the 31. We do want to mention just a message here. Carter Holt. Last Saturday, Lone Peak football, they lost one of their former players, Carter Holt, to a medical emergency. Carter was a key player for the Knights from 2019 to 2021. As an offensive lineman, he was a big part of helping the Knights win state last season. And so our condolences go out to the Holt family at this difficult time.
Absolutely. We're thinking about them all week long here.
Hodson, pass made. That was to Sean Blanton. And that's going to be a Knights first down.
Yeah, nice little slant right there by Hodson. Both these quarterbacks coming out firing early, which is a good sign.
So 1st and 10 here from the Knights from their 42-yard line. Christensen in motion. 5:19 left to go here in the first. And it's a fake to Wild, and Hodson's going to keep it. He'll pick up 4 on the run on the QB keeper.
That was a nice little keeper by him. Good read on that zone read option. 2 defenders there that he was trying to read off of. I'm not sure one of them wasn't supposed to be blocked there, but got positive yardage out of it. You'll take that, make it 2nd and very manageable here.
So the Knights get it out to their 46-yard line. Hodson in the gun with 4 receivers. Wild lined up next to him. Brooks Wild, Jr. And he's ran very well for him this year. As Hodson's pass, was it completed? They're going to say yes to McChesney out in Caveman territory. That's out at the 44-yard line.
He bobbled that a bit. I was waiting. I was going to see what the official called there. He got his hands underneath it, but it kind of wiggled a little bit as he went to the ground there. I was assuming they were going to call it incomplete, but hey, it's the calls you get that you take every time.
Well, maybe he, and I couldn't see it from here, but kept his hands underneath the ball.
He had his hands underneath it. Just that wiggle, you saw the ball kind of bobbled there.
Be 1st and 10. Bateman in motion. And it's a give to Wild. Wild's got some blocking. Oh, at least initial blocking. He gets 2 yards.
It was Tyson Eggett there coming into the hole. Fantastic job of him squaring up Wild and then just driving him backwards. That was a great form tackle.
Well, the line made a great connection there, and they had a good push.
Correct, yeah.
But Eggett, then the hole closed fast.
Eggett came right into where he needed to be and made a fantastic hit.
It'll be 2nd and 7 here for the Knights.
And if I misidentified who that linebacker was, I apologize. These numbers for American Fork, a little hard to see from up here.
Hodson, pass thrown, intended for Christensen, and they are going to throw a flag in there.
I don't agree with the flag for the hit here. I thought it was a completely legal hit. We're going to have a holding call back here, though, behind the play. Ah, man.
So will those offset?
No. Well, yeah, they will, actually. You're right. It will offset. I don't agree with that. I thought it was actually a fairly legal hit. He hit him in the ribs. He didn't go for the head. There was no, but I don't know.
Holding against Sloan Peak.
Yep.
And then a personal foul. So is he out?
They called helmet-to-helmet contact there. Did you see helmet-to-helmet contact?
I didn't, but
that's just going to offset.
But that means he's gone.
No, college rule doesn't apply here in that circumstance.
Oh, okay.
We don't have replay to confirm and
gotcha.
All that stuff.
Otherwise,
I'm pretty sure that call gets overturned because we don't have the replay.
It's offsetting, but now it's a replay.
Replay
on
the down. Yeah, second and 7.
So here we go. 2nd and 7.
Yeah. So here we go. That play doesn't exist officially. Let's just put it that way.
You got your dual receivers to both sides here. As Hodson will look to pass, and now he's going to be flushed out of the pocket and actually sacked for a loss.
Great job by that American Fork defensive line, keeping up their pressure, just driving upfield and getting to Hodson there. Had to scramble out of it. It looked like he had a receiver for a second, but he could not get the pass off.
Was that Eggett or was that Lavu?
I think it was Lavu up in the middle there, making the play there. Eggett was playing back here at linebacker. Lavu, our boy in the middle there, number 99, Sifa.
Again, it's tough to see those numbers.
Oh, yeah. The jerseys for American Fork are absolute money. They're an incredible look. For a broadcaster, not so much.
Makes it a little difficult. We will do our best tonight. 3rd down, Hodson looking to pass. And the pass intended for McChesney's going to, that's Christian. That's Blanton. Yeah. That was Blanton, and that is incomplete. That brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, sorry. That's the first real misfire from Hodson so far tonight. Threw it behind Blanton there. Then able to corral it here, and it looks like, they're going to punt it away here. Wow. I'm actually a little surprised being where they're at on the field. I thought they might go for it.
Ian Sanchez. We've kind of talked about him. Him and Farnsworth both great kickers, but Sanchez also the punter.
Mm-hmm.
For the Knights.
Try and punt and pin here. Oh, we got
and he drops it, and he gets it off. It's going to bounce down the field, and Caleb Peterson recovers that, or fields it.
Well, and Caleb Peterson didn't even need to touch it there. I know he's trying to just get on the ball there, but he didn't necessarily need to touch it, but what a wild play. I can guarantee you the Lone Peak coaching staff going to be talking to that long snapper. You got to get that snap back there. You can't have it hop.
Yeah, because Sanchez otherwise is going to pin them deep.
It's a punt and pin. You want to put him. You want to put a coffin corner over here and pin him back. But now they got the ball in very good field position. That's a net punt of I think 8 yards.
We got a tight trips formation, but it is a give, and that is to Watts. Watts running forward, and they are going to mark him with about a 6-yard pickup.
Great read there by Watts, just going upfield, finding that hole.
So it'll be 2nd and 4 here for the Cavemen. They're out to their own 38-yard line. Neither team really being able to move the ball well. We're down to 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Edwards in the gun. He'll give to Watts, and Watts hit immediately. They're going to mark him for a loss of a foot.
Nathan Darrington got in there, led the charge of that defensive line. I'm not sure what the offensive line was doing there because they all kind of set for like pass blocks and allowed Lone Peak's defensive line to get all kinds of penetration there. Blew that play up. Actually, I think it's officially no gain, but still, that was not a well-designed play there.
I'm not sure if that was a possible draw
I
play,
don't know, something.
but it did not work.
Watch the blitz.
Edwards looking to pass, and the pass intended for Watts is going to fall incomplete, and that's going to bring up a fourth down for American Fork as Roberts will come out to punt this one away.
Tyler Denny there from the middle linebacker spot getting out into the alley there, making a fantastic play to deny any opportunity for that pass to be completed. That last name should sound familiar because he's the son of defensive coordinator Ryan Denny. Ryan Denny, of course, former NFL and BYU football player. For my money, by the way, the best defensive coordinator in the state in the high school ranks. He's absolutely incredible with his game planning. We got a little bit of a...
Defensively, Lone Peak is definitely right there in the top three.
They're elite. There's no doubt about it. We got a clock issue. Somebody ran the clock a little too long. They're asking for him to reset it to 1:04. Had to run off to 53 seconds. 106 now is what it's set at. But
so it's Christensen back to receive.
And you said I have that man crush on Cole Christensen? I absolutely do. Don't kick to him because he'll make you pay if you give him a chance.
Trey Roberts to punt, and this kid's got a leg. I love watching this punt. This one's going to kind of go end over end. Christensen fair catches this one at the 33-yard line.
Well, like we all expected, we have just a defensive back and forth, you know. Offense is unable to move the football, but that's the thing. Both these defenses have been very good this year. We've called games for both of these teams. The funny thing is the defenses don't get talked about as much as their offenses, but they're just as good, if not better.
Well, with these two teams, I put my money on the defense.
Sure.
You know,
yeah.
Of course, and now they're playing each other, and so it's going to be a defensive battle tonight.
Correct, yes. And it'll be really interesting to see which team's able to break through first here because I think that'll help get a lot of confidence for whoever does break through.
Hey, tonight's game brought to you by Tech 9. Tech happily with Tech 9, where Utah goes for custom software development. It's McChesney in motion. Hodson finds Christensen, and they'll going to mark it 4-yard, a 4-yard gain there.
Kind of a slow developing slant play there, but it worked all the same. Christensen dodging one defender before getting taken down there. Positive yardage, make it 2nd and 6.
Clock is running, down to 38 seconds.
May get one more play before the quarter here.
Gives to Brooks, Wild running forward. And he's going to get 4 yards on that play. So now we're down to 20 seconds. We'll see if we get one more here. You think they'll try to get off
Depends
another
on
play?
how quick Lone Peak wants to go here, but they're showing no signs of going quick here. So I think they're content. Yeah, they're going to quarter here.
So at the end of one, it's a couple of zeros for both teams. We're back after this quick message to start second quarter.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front, SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
It's American Fork Football, brought to you by Avenue Bakery, as we are ready to start the second quarter. Of course, this game brought to you by Black Desert Resort, remarkable within reach, and Velocirax. Bring them all as we get up It is going to be third down here for Lone Peak. Lone Peak football on their own 41-yard line. And about 3rd and 2 is where they've got this one marked. 3 receivers with Bateman in the slot. And Hodson goes under center. Play action, and it's to Bateman. Bateman's got the first. And he steps out of bounds right at the 46-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Bateman looking like a little bit like former Lone Peak fullback / H-back Mason Wake, who's now at BYU with that hurdle there at the end of that play. But great play design, the play action rollout, gets the first down, moves the sticks. That's exactly what you wanted.
Dual receivers to both sides. Hodson in the pistol. Wild lined up behind him. Hodson's release. Good for 5 yards. Catch was made there by Christensen.
Those are the plays that you're going to have all night long. The speed of Christensen and McChesney, those defenders are going to play off naturally because they don't want to get burned by their speed. So they're more than content to say, oh, you know, 5-yard hitch, we'll take that.
Well, couple of those every time you move the sticks.
Exactly, but just
burns
wait.
A lot of clock.
And also sets up what a hitch and go later in this game, where you fake it and then go by that defender and then go deep. It's all in the book.
Same formation, but Blanton comes in motion, and they give to Wild, and Wild bounces outside. He's got the first and a few more yards as this one gets out to the American Fork 41-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Great job by Wild getting to the edge there, outrunning the defense, picking up about 7 yards there. Very nicely done by him. Thought towards the tail end that might have been a face mask, though, because he got kind of raked on the face there. I'm surprised they didn't throw the flag.
Under 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. McChesney, the near receiver. The far receiver, that's number 10, Trey Robinson for Lone Peak. As Christensen comes in motion. Hodson looks to pass, and it's complete to McChesney. McChesney, stiff arm, he'll get about 5 yards on the play.
Great job there by McChesney, breaking that route back out to the outside after he caught that ball, because he saw the defender coming at him from the linebacker spot. Said, you know what, I'll break this back to the outside, use my speed, and gets the 5 yards as a result.
So 2nd and 5, another 5.
Hey, you'll take, like you said, you'll take that every single time.
You just keep moving it. Again, both teams have great kickers. So if they can just get into kicking range.
Yeah, you're about 5 yards away from where Sanchez probably could make it comfortably.
We're probably going to see a lot of field goals in this game, where that defense really gets tough in the red zone. Hodson, pass to McChesney. McChesney makes a move. And
it's Christensen, actually.
Oh, I mean, that is Christensen.
You're okay.
Well, you could tell by the way he moves it was Christensen.
Well, they both got some wiggle to them, as they say, and that was very nicely done by him. 3rd and 1 here. You got everything under the sun. You can go play action. You can go power eye. You can do whatever you want here.
9:34 left to go here in the second.
By far the most consistent drive of this game so far.
Yeah, Lone Peak getting deep into Caveman territory here. And it's a give to Wild, and Wild's got the first. He's going to get out past the 25. Inside the 25. They're going to mark this one about the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Got to give credit to Bateman, Austin Pay at left tackle, that entire left side of that offensive line, as well as Bateman coming down from that slot. They absolutely collapsed that whole side of that defensive front for American Fork. Gave Wild all kinds of running room there to convert the first down.
Well, Bateman was in motion, and of course, a designed
came right
as he's moving.
Yeah.
Snapped the ball, and he crashed down on that
it's
defensive
the old toss
end.
Crack without the actual crack block.
Hodson to pass. Puts this one to Christensen, and Christensen just gets laid out. He'll get a couple on the play, though.
Christensen has taken 2 huge hits in this game so far. That was a great hit there by, is that Maximus Edwards? No, that wasn't Maximus Edwards. That was number
4.
Oh,
was it 2? Aiden Cage.
I'm telling you, these numbers are killing me out here.
Is it this near side one?
Yeah, this near side corner right here.
That is Cage.
Okay. Great hit by him coming up, obviously. Like you said, you got positive yardage out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 here.
5 receivers, if you count Bateman as the slot back there. Hodson looking to throw. And he's going to air this one out. And it's intercepted. Picked off. That ball intended for Robinson. And
Is that Cage again? That's Cage on the play, I think.
did you see who intercepted
I
it?
think it's Cage, number 2. Yeah, it's Aiden Cage. Oh, no.
It was actually number 7, Caleb Peterson.
Caleb Peterson. All right. There
Which
we go.
is 7 and a 2 on these
Yeah.
uniforms is very difficult. I had to use binoculars to see it.
By the way, Caleb Peterson, all he had to do is kind of play center field, range over to that, and be like, all right, I'll take that ball. And by the way, credit to the defensive front for American Fork. They got the pressure on Hodson that forced him to release that ball a touch early that caused it to sail on him up into the air.
So 1st and 10 here. American Fork deep inside their own territory. Backed up against the wall in a sense, I guess, as this is their worst starting field position. Down to 7:30 left to play here in the second quarter, and it's going to be
on the carry there.
2nd and 9 for the Cavemen. Who was it?
Erdley.
Oh, it was Erdley.
Yeah, so we've seen all 3 backs so far in this game for American Fork. You'll see all 3 of them throughout the night.
Tight trips formation here to the near side. Edwards in the gun as he looks to pass. And that is off the hands of Hole. Incomplete.
Ball fired out there with nice velocity from Edwards. Hole just unfortunately unable to corral it with his one hand.
So again, Edwards in the gun, and 3rd and 9 here. Erdley lined up to the left side of Champ as he'll look to pass. He's going to air this one out, and he's got his man just dropped. That's Jet Nelson, and Nelson had that.
I don't think Champion Edwards could have thrown a ball any better than he just threw it, and it just pinged right off the arm of Jet Nelson. What a throw, and so close to being a catch. That should have been a reception and a big gainer there. Holy smokes, Champion Edwards, take a bow. That was a throw.
Oh, as a receiver, you want to have, please throw that to me again. I will catch it.
He dropped it in the proverbial breadbasket there. You could not have put that ball any better.
Roberts to punt this one. And it's kind of a line drive. This isn't as high as it usually is. And Christensen bobbles it. And now he's going to break out right side. And he is gone. Touchdown, Cole Christensen.
I told you, kick it to Cole Christensen. You give him a chance, he will make you pay. It's exactly what he does. He bobbles it. They think they got him wrapped up. He reverses field, and there's nothing but white jerseys in front of him with an entire wall there. What a return. What a touchdown for Lone Peak.
Well, defensively, these offensive teams cannot score. But special teams is another story.
I'm telling you, Cole Christensen is a special teams ace. There's got to be a college program in this state, I don't care what level, that needs to bring that kid in simply for his ability to game break it on special teams.
Speaking of special teams, Christensen to hold. Sanchez to kick. And so just like that, it's the special teams that put 7 up on the board. 6:46 left to go here in the first half. We'll be back after this quick break.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
Well, after that special teams touchdown, Lone Peak going to kick off to American Fork, and American Fork see if they can answer. 6:46 left to go here in the first half. Mark Winterton along with Jake Hatch bringing you Lone Peak American Fork football. Brought to you by Skin Science and Avenue Bakery. Sanchez to kick. And that is going to be Hull. Hull breaking loose. They thought they had him around the ankle, and he gets up to the 21.
For a second there, Hull had an opportunity to break that out. Nicely done by that secondary group of Lone Peak Knights to come in and clean up. The first wave was unable to get him to the ground.
Well, tonight's game also brought to you by Tiger Friday, dancewear for the fierce and free, and Renovai. Do you have unresolved back pain for a herniated disc, or does your pain in your knees prevent you from being as active as you want to be? Non-surgical regenerative spine and joint therapies from Renovai can repair damaged tissue, relieve your pain, and restore your active lifestyle. Go to Renovai.com as Champ Edwards on the little screenplay. Going to pick up big yardage.
That
was to Segura. I had to get the binoculars out on that one.
Find out who it was. Nicely done on the play design there on that screen, dumping it off, getting the defensive line to pursue the quarterback there, and Segura did the rest, moving the sticks.
It was interesting how they set that screen up, and the offensive lineman moving down this line of scrimmage.
Correct, yeah.
A lot of times you're doing something like that, and they tend to get upfield a little bit, and you get an ineligible receiver and bring it back.
Exactly.
Edwards handing this one off to Segura. He's going to pick up a couple.
Yeah, you got pick up of 18 on the last play, pick up a 2 here, makes it 2nd and 8.
And they'll replace him with Erdley. So actually, Erdley and Watts now in the backfield there with Edwards. It's going to be 2nd and 8, and boy, Lone Peak jumping.
Fihimunga getting an early start there, number 99. Got out over his skis and unable to hold himself back.
5:35 left to go here in the second quarter. American Fork going to be second and 3 from their own 45-yard line.
By the way, we got 2 great student sections here tonight. We got the Lone Peak on the far side. You got American Fork right below us, both showing out.
Oh, it's fun when both high schools are just up the road from each other. Champ! Oh, that was actually Erdley.
Yep.
Was it Erdley?
Yeah, Erdley took the hand.
That was Watts. That
was Watts. Jeez, these numbers, man.
These numbers are hard to read.
All the same, move the sticks. That's all you care about, really.
1st and 10 for the Cavemen as they get that out to their own 49-yard line. 5 minutes left to go here in the first half, second quarter. Champ Edwards in the gun. And it's Watts in the backfield there as Edwards going to get drugged down, number 42.
Yeah, Luke Smith there from defensive end spot, unblocked. Champion Edwards trying to bail out of there, unable to get past him. A big sack there. Big loss, too, on the play.
Yeah, that's going to bring up a 2nd and 21 here now for the Cavemen. That's a play where your back has got to pick up that blitzing.
Well, I think that was more of an RPO action. The defensive end was actually just completely unblocked there. Champion Edwards realized it, tried to escape, and Smith, to his credit, was able to corral him.
Edwards again getting in trouble.
Oh, Fihimunga, big sack once again.
Edwards trying to keep his feet, and he just couldn't keep him underneath him.
Fihimunga got that big bear paw out there, slapped the feet, and like you said, Champion Edwards unable to keep his feet there, and now it makes it what? This might be 3rd and Alpine at this point.
I'm figuring it. 34.
They're saying
33. 3rd and 33.
They're saying 3rd and 30 on the scoreboard. There's no way. It's got to be 33, right?
It's 33. Edwards all alone in the backfield, and he'll throw it downfield. He completes it for a gain of maybe 6, 7. And they'll bring out the punt team, Roberts, to punt this one away.
That's just the play. You're just trying to get some yardage there. That was not a good series for that offensive line for American Fork. Got
a whistle.
Oh, we actually must have ruled it incomplete.
They ruled it incomplete?
Well, they're back at the original line of scrimmage.
They
here
are.
We played third down.
They are.
So he must have bobbled it on the ground there. I never saw the official wave it incomplete, though. Now we got a discussion going on with the back judge here. Trying to figure out what exactly is going on.
I think they're wanting to put more time on the clock. Well, it's showing 3:25.
Yeah.
But they are waiting for something, and so it looks
now.
There we go. 7 seconds added to the clock. 3:32 here in the second quarter. Roberts to punt this one, and he's going to fake. No, he's going to kick it. And boy, that line or that blocker for Lone Peak got laid out.
He did not know where he was at on the field on that. As Cole Christensen, he's supposed to be just screaming at those guys, get away, get away, get away.
I thought there was a chance Roberts was going to fake that.
He got really close. He got really close to the line of scrimmage where you're unable to. You have to go at that point.
Well, and he had a wide open lane, but there was, 30 yards?
Yeah, you had to go a long way there for that first down.
But what a play. I mean, it puts Lone Peak inside their own 30-yard line. 3:20 left to go. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Lone Peak from their own 28-yard line. Hodson in the gun. He's got McChesney in motion, and it's a give to McChesney around the left side. Wild blocking out there, and it's close to a first down. They're going to mark this one about a 9-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 2. This game brought to you by Stephanie Clark. Berkshire Hathaway. Stephanie Clark is Utah's premier real estate professional. Down to 2:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Hodson all alone in the backfield. And he'll look to pass. A little screen play they're going to say an incomplete pass there.
I'm trying to determine. It was Bateman was in the area. Okay,
I think it was Bateman. Yeah,
you're right. Bateman is not your typical player that you see playing tight end at this level. He looks like an offensive lineman. He's really that big of a player. I was like, is he a lineman right there? No, it was Bateman. So third and 2 here. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Bateman's been playing that slot position. They've listed him as a tight end. And this one, quarterback keeper up the middle, and Hodson's got the first.
Yeah, that was that fly sweep action with Hodson just going QB power right up the middle there. Picks up 3 yards, moves the sticks.
So 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Down to 2:20 left to go here in the second quarter. Hodson, handoff to Wild, and Wild breaks it, and he breaks free. He bounced off tacklers, and he will break free. Touchdown, Knights.
Great job by that Lone Peak offensive line opening that hole. You got to give credit to Brooks Wild, like you mentioned, bouncing off would-be tacklers, and then once he broke the line of scrimmage there, he was off to the races. Nobody's catching him. He's got those wild feet. I'll use the pun there. Fantastic run for the TD.
So 2:02 left to go. Both offenses have not been able to get a whole lot going.
That's our first big play of the night, truly. That's our first real big play.
And so it is Lone Peak that gets the first offensive points on the board, as Sanchez will come in to add the extra point. Christensen to hold. The kick looks good, and it is.
What a rocket
and so
for a kick.
Knights on top, 14-0 over Cavemen. We're back after this quick break. That's the coolest run I've seen in a while. That was awesome. totally bounce. He's like a pinball in there. Huh? Yeah. Well, Christensen had great blocking, but yeah. I mean, right at the beginning there was. It's KSL Sports Rewind. I'm Mark Winterton. Jake Hatch joining me in this Lone Peak at American Fork rivalry matchup brought to you by Skin Science and Avenue Bakery. Lone Peak coming out to play tonight.
Yeah, punt return for a touchdown by Cole Christensen, and then we just saw big run there by Brooks Wild, giving them their 2 touchdowns.
Both touchdowns coming on big plays.
Yep.
Sanchez to kick. And this one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cavemen with 2:02 remaining in the first half.
2-minute O coming up here for American Fork. Important for them if they can manage it to get some points here, whether it's 3 or 7. You want something positive coming out of half for this.
Well, Burn Boot Camp transforms lives, communities through challenging 45-minute cardio and strength workouts that'll leave you feeling stronger, more confident in all aspects of your life. 45 minutes is perfect. Get a good sweat going, especially if you got someone pushing you. So go check out Burn Boot Camp. Champ Edwards in the gun. He will drop back to pass, and he is going to get sacked for a loss there. It's number 42.
Yeah, Luke Smith, his 2nd sack of the night already. That's 4 sacks, for Lone Peak so far tonight. The defensive line's doing work.
This will bring up a 2nd and 12 now as the clock will continue to run. Edwards gives to Segura. Segura going to push forward.
Gonna have a flag here.
Flag coming in right at the end. That almost makes you think maybe a face mask.
Well, the umpire indicated something against Lone Peak here. I'm going to assume face mask. That or unsportsmanlike, it seems like. The umpire was really quick to throw that flag. And number 14 here for Lone Peak.
It is face mask. And so that will be... Oh, it's just a 5-yard.
Do we still have inadvertent in Utah High School?
I didn't think we did. I thought they were all 10-yard face masks.
15. It's 15 normally.
Is it 15?
Yeah. Huh. Okay, well.
Well, they're talking.
Oh, we got a discussion here. I was like,
They're discussing something.
Yeah, I think they're having discussion on what the actual yardage is here.
Well, that shouldn't be something you have to discuss.
And
not in a big game like this.
I think we're about. Here we go. Finally,
they're good. I think then it came back to where they were. 2nd and about 2 for the Cavemen. 1:33 left to go. Champ's pass is complete. And he is just gang tackled, and I couldn't even get his number. That is number 30. 90, sorry. Honestly, I'm not even sure. It's number 80.
Oh, okay, that's Josh Anderson.
It took me 3 tries.
Well, by the way, on that last play, you got to give credit to Edwards for picking up that low snap and getting it out there, fired in there nicely. That's a great job. As the next pass goes incomplete here.
That pass intended for Erdley, and it's incomplete. So it'll bring up 2nd down. 1:14 left to go here in the first half. Cavemen trying to get on the board. Get some momentum going into halftime. They're out to their own 43-yard line. Edwards to pass. And another incomplete pass will bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Edwards actually been very good most of the night tonight. That was just a little bit of a misfire, high and wide to the outside there. No chance for his receiver to have any chance to try and corral it.
Well, they had a missed opportunity on their last drive.
Chet Nelson, man, oh man, he's going to dropping that pass, I'll tell you that much.
He was out in front of that defensive back.
And Edwards dropped that bad boy right where it needed to be.
So 3rd and 10 here. And Edwards is going to keep it. He's going to try and get the first down himself, and he's got it. He's got more out to the 30, 40, the 40, inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line, right in there. Looks like they're going to mark it about the 27-yard line.
They've been waiting for a play like that all night long. Champion Edwards showing off that footwork. He's got incredible speed at the quarterback position. They needed that. Now it gives them an opportunity to get some points before halftime here. Still plenty of time to work with 1:02 to go.
That's a huge play, Jake, especially against this Lone Peak defense.
Like I said, they needed something like that. They have not had really a game-breaking play, and that's finally got one.
So it's 1st down here. Cavemen inside Knights territory. Pass off his hands of his receivers. Incomplete.
Yeah, just a missed opportunity there.
That's Andrus again there. 59 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, they don't need to be worried about time here. They got plenty of time. I think they still have 2 timeouts, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they got all 3 timeouts to work with here. So, yeah, time is no issue right now for this American Fork offense. They should not be in a hurry.
Well, 2nd and 10. Edwards going to pull this one in. He's going to keep it himself. And he's got room, making some plays there. He's out close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it. And American Fork is going to take their first time out.
Yeah, Seth Daub dragging him down there. Nice play by him to chase him down from behind.
We'll take one as well.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Or if my kid had a fever.
Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
I want to take tests when I'm ready.
I want to take courses on my time.
And speed up when I know my stuff.
I want a university that cares about me.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
It's American Fork football, brought to you by Avenue Bakery. And right here on KSL Sports Rewind, I'm Mark Winterton. Jake Hatch joining me. 51 seconds left to go here in the first half. American Fork driving. It's going to be 3rd. They marked this 3rd and 1. It's a long one. But inside the red zone here against the Knights. Edwards. All alone in the backfield.
Watch QB run. Watch QB power.
Boy, he's been effective, and Lone Peak showing blitz. And there he goes. Edwards going to dive for it, and I think he's got it, Jake.
Yeah, he's going to get it, but not by much. He actually got impeded by his own lineman there. Had he made a decision, he went one way, went another way, came back again, 3 different directions. He needs to just figure out which way he's going and just drive forward. He barely got that first down.
He is so quick.
He is.
And we haven't seen a whole lot of this from him as he is all alone. He's going to air this one out. And it looked like maybe the defensive back kind of hanging on him.
Oh, that should have been a flag. That should have been defensive holding at minimum there. Oh, they got away with one there. That defensive back.
It looked like it to me.
Trying to get a number here of who that cornerback is for Lone Peak. Got away with one there. Is that Rubel out there?
Well, I was just trying to see the receiver, and that looks like that is...
Number 6, is that Rubel? Yeah, that's Rubel. CJ Rubel.
It's Peyton Reese for American Fork. Yeah.
Rubel got
number
away
6 and number
there.
6 there.
6-on-6 crime.
Yeah. Edwards dropping back to throw, and he just misfires, and I think defender caused him to misfire.
Jaden Mayberry had a golden opportunity to pick that off. Had he been a little more aware where that ball was coming, he could have taken that one away from American Fork, averting near disaster there.
This brings up a 3rd and 10 for American Fork. 29 seconds left. I think if they don't convert, they're going to add points on the board. They're going to kick a field goal.
They'll take the 3, yes. I would agree with that.
Edwards in the backfield with Segura. He's going to find a man. Bubble screen is complete, and he's off to the touchdown. That was Hull.
What a play design there. Hull coming in the middle of the field. Edwards finds him, and Hull does the rest, driving forward for that touchdown. Big drive there for the Cavemen there to get points before half.
Great bubble screen, great execution, and Cavemen get on the board. We'll see if they can add one here. So Noah Anderson comes on to kick the extra point.
Yeah, we had a penalty called there. I don't know. I didn't see exactly what the call was. It would be enforced on the kickoff, though. We're going to have a false start there.
False start on the offense?
Right side of that offensive line, all of them got an early start.
Well, it's a good thing Anderson has a leg.
Both these kickers got legs, though. All the kickers in this game.
Right, because you got Anderson, you got Farnsworth, you got Sanchez.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We're having a discussion here, figure out what exactly they're going to call, apparently. I thought that was a pretty straightforward one, but apparently not.
So 22 seconds left to go here in the first half. Cavemen are able to put a touchdown on the board. This gives them some momentum because they will be getting the ball in the second half.
That's why this drive was so important for them to get points. I didn't care if it was 3 or 7. They just needed points out of that drive. Cap it off a touchdown and halves the lead. That's very, very nicely done by the Cavemen here. And we are still having a discussion here. I'm not sure what is going on. Boy, half the distance to the goal. Was it offsides after all?
Halftime festivities is waiting to start. If you can't see into the end zone, but at the end of the end zone is all sorts of.
So we have no call after all.
What? Well, then the kick is.
They may have called an ineligible, illegal sub.
But no penalty. Is that going to be enforced on the kickoff?
I don't know. They're having a discussion here with Coach Beam right now.
I mean, if it's going to be enforced on the kickoff, you'd.
Yeah, I think we're just getting a retry here. I don't think they called anything.
Okay.
After all, I'm not sure what just happened. Mark, we have spent far longer on an extra point than we needed to. All right. Well, maybe here in the next 30 seconds we'll actually get that extra point try. All right, here we go.
All right, so Anderson will get some more practice here. And that one looks good, and it is. So Cavemen get on the board. Our score, 14-7 with 22 seconds left to go. Farnsworth will come out to kick this one away. Of course, this game brought to you by D.R. Horton, state's premier builder of master planned communities. They are offering amenities like pools, clubhouses, integrated walking trails, sport courts, dog parks, play areas, much more. With more than 300 communities built locally since 1992 and 18-plus communities now under construction, D.R. Horton is Utah's home builder. Start your new home search today at drhorton.com. Also, Rilco, your one-stop janitorial stop. One-stop janitorial shop. And then also Ames Construction. They're working in harmony with nature and instilling true confidence, delivering success. Here comes Farnsworth to kick. And, of course, you got the deadly McChesney and Christensen back to receive. 22 seconds left. Farnsworth's just going to squib this one down the field as it's picked up. That's number 5, Jethro Johnson. as they're going to down this or stop this one, mark it at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Jethro Johnson just kind of plucking that out of the air. Credit to him. That was a line drive. He's just like, I got this. Here we go.
So it'll be 1st and 10.
Well, they got 14 seconds here. It's not out of the question they could maneuver themselves into field goal position, but they're going to need to get a big play right off the bat if they're going to do that.
Well, you got Hodson. He can throw.
Yeah, but you know American Fork, they're going to line up probably 15 yards deep here.
Play some prevent.
Exactly. And yeah, here we go. We got 3 safeties 15 yards off the ball here.
McChesney and Christensen very deadly. Hodson will look to pass. And a quick pass to McChesney, and McChesney, you can see it was the hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder, they set it up. The hook and lateral, they're trying to set that up. Chesney just dropped it, though. He took his eyes off the ball just for a split second.
He was thinking ladder.
The student crowd here from American Fork chanting Butterfingers. What does McChesney do? He eggs them on by saying, make it louder. Mm-hmm. I like that. I like how you can have some fun with it.
Oh, deadly. 10 seconds left to go. Really no reason of mentioning yardage here or mark what down and everything, but Lone Peak is at their own 37-yard line. Christensen in motion, and Hodson's going to keep it himself. Is he going to get out of bounds? He will get out of bounds, and they're going to get one more play off. 3 seconds left to go, and they're going to put this one right at the 45.
Hodson limping a little bit coming up there after getting tackled around their ankles there. Hope he's okay. Set up for see how far he can throw this football, I would imagine. Tell everybody go deep.
I just had a American Fork student share a Butterfinger picture with me.
Nice.
Airdropped it. They airdropped it to me. Brooks Wild going to push forward. He's got a first down, and that's going to do it at the half. Lone Peak on top, 14. American Fork 7. Hey, we got a fun one. This is a burner going here at American Fork in this rivalry game. We'll be back after halftime.
I love our culture here at Skin Science. I think it plays to every student. Most people who choose aesthetics are creatives, and this is such a great outlet for them. Not only are they able to work one-on-one with their clients, they're also able to prepare them for what really happens in the world.
I loved the atmosphere at Skin Science. It was easy to make friends. The instructors actually form relationships with you, which is one of my favorite parts. It's a fun place to be, especially when you're there for 8 or 16 months. I actually miss it now.
Skin Science does a phenomenal job on providing students the foundation they need to be able to jump into a career in medical aesthetics. During their internship,
American Fork hosting Lone Peak in this exciting matchup brought to you by Skin Science and Avenue Bakery. I'm Mark Winterton. Jake Hatch joining me. KSL Sports Rewind. What a first half, Jake.
That was a fun game. We got a fun one tonight. It's 14-7, Lone Peak leading. American Fork hit the ball first here to open the second half. They got the touchdown right before halftime to get points on the board here, taking some momentum into the locker room. We'll see if they can capitalize on it coming out of the locker room now.
Yeah, so they will get the ball to start the second half as they won the toss and deferred to the second half. Knights will be kicking off as Sanchez brings the ball out.
Our cameraman Doug with a great shot of that Lone Peak student section. They have filled that sucker up. For an away student section, that's about as good as you're going to see.
Well, this is a rivalry game, and all you got to do is travel a half a mile, and you get to Lone Peak boundaries.
Sure,
if that.
It might be a tad bit further, but not that far though. It's close.
You got Hallam and Hole back to receive this kick. Sanchez. Of course, this kick's probably going to go through the end zone. Oh, man, that landed in the back of the end zone.
Great kick. You got the wind at your back. Take advantage of it.
That little wind, but there's not much.
But it is coming out of the north.
It is. It is. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cavemen at their own 20-yard line as we get started with second half action. Cavemen down by a score. But Champ Edwards, how about him using his feet?
Worked the 2-minute drill very, very well in that, using his feet, like you said, to get him down the field. Obviously, getting in the end zone was the key there.
Watts in the backfield there with Champ, and Champ's going to run it. Champ's going to come up probably about 3 to 4 yards. We'll see where they mark it.
I think they figured out something in that first half to use his feet a little bit more, and it's been very effective since they used it on that last drive. Kyle West there making the tackle from his defensive end position.
He was able to get to the corner a couple of times and pick up big yardage in that last drive of the half.
And if you give him an angle, he will take it every time. He's got the speed to burn anybody on this field right now.
And again, Watts in the backfield with Champ. As Champ now will give to Watts, and Watts side-to-side step in. He's got a first down.
Great footwork there by Watts, sidestepping defenders, driving forward, getting first down yardage before getting taken down. That's a great, great run on second down.
So they'll move the chains as they're out to their own 33-yard line. It's going to be Watts staying in the backfield there with Champ. As you've got the tight trips, Hole, Roberts.
Bunch set out there.
And Reese. And the hand of Watts. Watts tries to stiff arm, but he is going to get pulled down. Was that number 7?
Yeah, it's number 7. I believe that's Dahl. Yeah, Seth Dahl with a fantastic tackle. You saw him just drag it. You're not going anywhere. Come here, buddy.
Loss of 1. Going to bring up a 2nd and 11 here for the Cavemen. 10:39 left to go here in the third.
Yeah, great job by Dahl there, filling that hole and getting it up there to make that tackle for loss.
Champ again. This one to play action to Watts. And the pass completed to, I think that is Hole. That is Hole. Hole on the completion, and it's going to be 3rd and 3 for the Cavemen.
Yeah, Matthias Nohine making the tackle there. He actually lost his footing. He was coming to make a big hit. Lost his footing, got up just in time to make the tackle there.
So the Cavemen on a big 3rd down here. Down by a score. Coming out of the half.
Watch QB
Keep
run
that
here.
Momentum. Champ gives to Segura.
He's going to be short. Great, great job by that Lone Peak defense.
And actually, sorry, that was Erdley. Erdley on the carry. And we're going to be a yard short.
I think Nathan Darrington there from his defensive tackle position actually dragging him down short of the line to gain. Big play for that Lone Peak
American
defense.
Fork going to line up, looking to go for it. And Champ hands it off. They've got a first and more.
Wow, what a
They
hit
ripped
to finish
his
that
helmet
play.
off. That was early on the carry. And I don't see any flag.
Alex Passy was trying to drag him down there, and guys came over from the other side, laid
Tore his
into
helmet
him,
off.
tore his helmet off. Okay, we had a helmet-to-helmet personal foul called in that first half. That's more of a helmet-to-helmet shot than what we saw in the first half. So I'm stunned there wasn't a flag there.
Like a makeup call, right?
In some ways, yeah, I guess.
Well,
Jeez.
American Fork continues to move the chains.
He'll have to
Inside Knight territory down at the 44 as Champ gives to Segura. Segura pushing forward, and they're going to mark it a 3-yard carry.
Hey, good job by Segura there, dragging both Seth Dahl and Nathan Darrington. Those are two dudes you don't drag very often. He dragged them for all 3 yards there.
So it'll be 2nd and 7, 8:32 left to go here in the third quarter. Lucas Segura lined up there in the backfield with Champ. And the hand to Segura. Segura following his lead blockers. He's going to pick up another 3 to 4 yards.
Good job there by Segura. Denny finally finishing him off there with the tackle from the middle linebacker spot. Another third down here for American Fork. I would assume at this point you're going for it on fourth down. You went for it already.
They already did,
Yep.
right?
You don't get it here, you'll go for it. Opens the playbook up here. You can afford to run on this play. There's no problem with that. And with the feet of a guy like Edwards, you can take advantage of that.
Little audible here. And Edwards now gives to Segura. Segura pushing forward, and he gets 2 maybe.
Yeah, Segura driving forward there, trying to get the number here, the linebacker from Lone Peak. I think it's number 43, yeah. Number 43, Jair Akin with the tackle there. Nicely done by him. Now it's 4th and short yet again. QB sneak coming up.
And Champ lines up under center, and I think he is going to push forward. I don't know if he got it or not.
He got 2 yards. He got it.
He got it.
You could see that coming from a mile away. He walked up to that line. He rarely does that. As a Lone Peak defense, you got to understand, if he walks up under center, you got to assume it's going to be QB sneak. You got to root out that guy. I'm sure Coach Denny's going to be screaming at his guys, if he goes under center, get ready, root.
American Fork's offense they've come out to impress.
Churning right now.
Flag gets thrown in on the handoff, and
I guess it's a
trying
hold
to
out on
see
the edge
if that.
there.
I thought it was Segura, but that is Watts actually.
Yeah, Seth Dahl and Tyler Denny coming up from their linebacker spots to make the stop.
Well, the hold where they've got it, it's like
it's officially a tackle for loss there. We'll see what the penalty is. Yeah, holding.
They're trying to seal off that end.
Yeah,
and in doing so, they catch the defensive end.
Trying to get the number of the player right here who got called for it.
Looking right at us.
Yeah,
it's like 56.
Misi Patene.
Big old left tackle.
That's not Lone Peak. That's Jake Greenwood. There you go. Apologies.
Well, this brings up a long first down and 22 as Champ immediately tucks it and runs.
He is so fast getting to that hole, though. I'll give him credit. He absolutely gets up on it. The player lose their helmet, have to come off for a play.
It's number 70 that had to come off, losing his helmet.
Ryder Black is number 70.
This is going to bring up a 2nd and 18. 6:40 left to go here in the third quarter. American Fork used up a lot of clock here in this drive. Champ looks to throw, and he is going to get sacked for a big loss.
Tyler Denny coming on the blitz right up the middle, untouched. Fantastic job. I think that is sack number 6 on the night for Lone Peak.
Brings him back to midfield.
What was once a very promising drive has just sputtered, man.
Yeah, now they're at a 3rd and 25.
That's what penalties will do to you. You got to stay on. You got to stay on clock, and that holding call absolutely crippled them.
Champ's going to go with 5 receivers. He will drop back to throw. He's in trouble. He just has to get rid of it. Intended for Roberts, and it'll be incomplete.
Yeah, number 5, Jethro Johnson, coming up the middle there from his defensive end spot, getting the pressure on Edwards and forcing the errant throw.
So 4th down, Roberts back to punt this one away. 5:53 left to go in this third quarter. And Roberts now will punt this one away rugby style, and it'll bounce out of bounds about the 19-yard line.
He got about as close to that line of scrimmage you possibly could have gotten and still got away with it. I was at an angle right on that line. I'm watching him. He's getting close. He got it away not even inches from going across the line of scrimmage.
So it'll be 1st down for the Knights. They're going to mark it right at the 20-yard line.
Well, this is going to be a big series here for this Lone Peak offense. They've obviously had to endure a long halftime, and obviously that American Fork drive took 6 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock here. They've been off the field for a long, long time.
Hey, Cavemen did a good job killing clock, as this is a McChesney sweep. McChesney's has the corner.
We're going to have a holding call out there on the edge.
On this one.
That's okay. We had receivers blocking out there, just trying to engage downfield. Guys trying to peel away, held on just a touch too long. It's not going to hurt them all that bad because the play was downfield where the holding call is going to be called here. It'll probably make it like 1st and 12, I'm assuming, from where that flag was thrown. Yep, holding's the call.
Well, but the other thing is now you've got a big play and they're taking it back, and it's a little bit of a...
That's a bummer, yeah. It'll make it 1st and 11 here officially where they spotted it. Yeah, like a guy like Crew McChesney wants that yardage. He wants all of that for his stats.
We got a listener. They wanted a shout out to Darcy Wild. I'm guessing that's Brooks Wild's mother.
I would assume so.
Jaslyn loves her.
Ah, okay.
As Hodson looking to throw, and he is going deep downfield. Christensen. Hodson's got an arm.
He does. He's shown that off all year long.
I don't know if we've seen him overthrow, though, on a deep route. Did we?
Our last game we had, we saw him. He uncorked one for Crew McChesney and missed him by about 1 yard.
Oh, that is right.
We've seen him. He's a all-state baseball player. He has got an absolute cannon for an arm there. He can get it deep. And the crazy thing about this is you saw Christensen trying to get deep. Guy kind of impeded him. I'm surprised there wasn't a call there.
I don't know. I think that was just regular play. That was regular defending, but it's not like he pushed him out of bounds or anything. Hodson going to keep this one, and he's close to a first. It looks like he's going to come up about 2 yards short, and so it'll be 3rd and 2 here for the Knights.
Great keeper there by Hodson. Great decision. I'm not sure if that was called QB keeper, if him making the read there. Regardless, fantastic pickup, making 3rd and 2 here.
In the pistol, he gives to Wild. Wild. Boy, that defensive line just stood him up.
They did their job.
And it's going to be a loss.
Big play for that American Fork defense right there. They needed that stop. It's going to force the punt.
So 4:15 left to go here in the third, and now the Cavemen have forced Lone Peak to punt the ball away. So this is Sanchez in the punt. And a line drive here at Hull, and it hits him right in the face mask. He's going to pick it up, but only allows him to get a couple yards.
Yeah, a little misjudging of that bounce, it looked like, for him, but got some positive yardage and sets up American Fork in pretty good field position to start their next drive.
Well, he lucked out there because that bounced right off his face mask.
It could have ricocheted anywhere, you're right.
3:52 left to go here in the third quarter, and it's the Caveman taking the field again. Champ leading his team onto the field. Champion Edwards, senior quarterback for this Caveman offense. Of course, and that's kind of been, I would say, the story with the American Fork is they've got 3 quarterbacks, and any one of them could be the starter. Champion's the one that's come out and become the starter, as he is going to get sacked for another loss by Johnson.
It's going to be Jethro Johnson once again for his defensive end spot, just getting out on the edge there. Champion Edwards trying to get around him, unable to do so, and another tackle for loss. This American Fork offensive line's got to be able to get some push on these guys and not allow them to get upfield like that.
Clock continues to run, 3:25 left to go here in the third. It's going to bring up second and about 20 here for the Cavemen. Erdley in the backfield, and it's a play action as Champion's going to sling this downfield, and it is going to go out of bounds, incomplete. Intended.
Jet Nelson.
That is Reese. That is Peyton Reese.
Peyton Reese. Well, Jaden Mayberry coming over from his safety spot, making sure that pass had no chance, make sure he got out of bounds there, escorting that ball.
You know, we've talked about these. You know, you mentioned right away, these jersey numbers are going to be tough to read, and they have been.
And the deeper we go into the night, the tougher it's getting.
Again, it's Erdley in the backfield as Champ drops back to throw, and now he's going to scramble out. He is going to heave it downfield, wide open, and they're going to say he is out of bounds. That's Peyton Reese.
Oh, Reese. He was unable to secure it while still in bounds. He did secure it after he finally stepped out. That's what caused the incompletion. Missed opportunity there.
That's tough one.
Oh, man.
Cavemen will have to punt this one away. And so Trey Roberts will come back. Drop back to punt. More than likely going to see another rugby style as he's able to allow his defenders to get downfield. He drops it twice this time. And then the kick. And Cole Christensen all alone. He is going to pick this one up on the run. He's across the 50. Makes a man miss and gets it. Good hit. Great hit, brings him down. 243.
I shouldn't be laughing, but that was a wow.
Well, you could hear the crowd.
Yeah, well, you can hear the reaction, but yeah, you probably heard my reaction. What a hit there. I wish I had a number because these numbers are impossible to read from this far away. Jeez. By the way, Cole Christensen, look at those moves that kid's got. He is just incredible in space.
He couldn't get that defender to miss.
Nope.
Hodson gives to Weil, and
that was a very
what do we got? A false
flag.
start. False start on the offense. Going to bring up a 1st and 15.
Our side judge took a minute to get his flag and blow that whistle, though. That took a minute.
Well, puts Knights back into their own territory. 2:41 left to go here in the third. And the Knights from their own 49-yard line. Hodson in the gun. He's got Wild lined up next to him.
Another false start. Right tackle got an early go.
Tonight's game is brought to you by doTERRA, a proud sponsor of our KSL Sports Rewind. doTERRA's products help athletes around the world maintain the highest level of health and wellness. Learn more about how you can up your health and wellness game at doTERRA.com. They had their doTERRA conference last weekend.
They did.
All the doTERRorists walking around Salt Lake City. 2:41. It's Hodson to Christensen, and they get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Good pickup there. Obviously gets you back, make it 2nd and 11.
A
9
yard short. So 2nd and 11 after the 2 false starts.
It was Aiden Cage on the tackle there.
We're down to 2:08 left to go here in the third. Hodson in the gun. He's got Wild lined up behind him. Trips to the far side. And it's going to be to McChesney. McChesney hangs on to it, and they'll pick up another few yards. Going to give him 6 on this one.
Nice little hitch right there by McChesney, catching it in traffic and holding on while the defender's all over him.
Yeah, the defender bringing his hands in, and you're able to hang on to that ball. That's some skill there.
You're right. It takes a lot more than what you might think to hold on to that with a guy trying to swipe it out of your arms.
3rd and 5 here for the Knights. As they get to the line, 1:25 left to go here in the third. Knights up by a score. Hodson, play action, pass over the middle, and it is, so close to being intercepted, intended for Bateman.
Missed opportunity there for American Fork. Hodson fired that ball low and away and actually threw it behind his receiver. Linebacker should have picked that off, unable to corral it, though. Make it 4th and 5 here. And they're going to kick? Yes, they are.
So 4th and 5 inside Cavemen territory. They're going to just try and pin them back.
Yep, punt and pin here.
This is Alex Passy that has come in to punt this one.
See some trickeration here.
So it's not Sanchez back there. And yeah, they're going to, and a flag comes in. They'll decline it.
Tackled short, so we turn over on downs, unless the penalty is on American Fork, but it did not look like it. I don't think they had enough guys lined up.
Yeah, so they come up short. He only gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, and exactly, Passy's back there. It's not Sanchez. It's a fake.
Should have been a giveaway. And American Fork, to their credit, they weren't fooled at all. Came up and made the tackle, and they declined the penalty here and be turnover on downs.
Did giveaway.
Yeah.
Did giveaway.
We saw Passy go back there, and we're both like, wonder what that could be.
1:08 left to go, and it's Caveman ball. We got Champ Edwards in the gun, and he's got Lucas Segura lined up next to him, and Champ's going to keep it. Pushing forward, he'll pick up 1.
Nathan Darrington there making the tackle once again from his defensive tackle spot. Good job by him getting off that block. Fihu Munga limping off the field there for Lone Peak. Hope he's okay.
2nd and 9 here for the Cavemen. 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Cavemen down by a score, and it's a give to Lucas Segura. And Segura is going to fall backwards all the way, picking up 7 on that one.
Yeah, great job by Segura there, dragging defenders. Kyle West on his back for about the last 3 or 4 yards of that carry.
And so that brings up a 3rd and 2 for the Cavemen. Tonight's game brought to you by ROI Solutions, professional call center solutions at prices you can afford. Champ, Lucas Segura in the backfield. And it's a bobble, and now Champ going to go down. He gets back up running. They're going to say he was down at the 40.
Well, when your rear end touches the ground there, sir, you're down by contact. Number 42, Kyle West, making the play there from his defensive end spot. Heads up play by him.
Well, that's going to bring up a 4th down, but actually that is going to be the end of the quarter. And so after 3, it's Knights 14, Cavemen 7. We're back after this quick break.
I love our culture here at Skin Science. I think it plays to every student. Most people who choose aesthetics are creatives, and this is such a great outlet for them. Not only are they able to work one-on-one with their clients, they're also able to prepare them for what really happens in the world.
I loved the atmosphere at Skin Science. It was easy to make friends. The instructors actually form relationships with you, which is one of my favorite parts. It's a fun place to be, especially when you're there for 8 or 16 months. I actually miss it now.
Skin Science does a phenomenal job on providing students the foundation they need to be able to jump into a career in medical aesthetics. During their internship at Arlani, they can expect to assist the practitioners with all things injectables such as Botox and dermal fillers. They assist with all of our medical facial procedures and then also with our body contouring procedures.
I would 100% recommend Skin Science Institute to anyone that's seeking for an aesthetics program. I did not attend Skin Science Institute, but having worked here and seen how the staff and instructors care about their students and want to watch them grow and succeed, we are dedicated to helping our students feel confident in every service that they perform.
Lone Peak Football brought to you by Skin Science. Right here on KSL Sports Rewind. I'm Mark Winterton. Jake Hatch joining me as American Fork is going to now rugby style punt this one away. And the defense can get down there and cover on that one, not allowing Cole Christensen to return it.
That was an incredible kick by Trey Roberts there, getting tackled while he uncorked that one. A fantastic punt there.
They're going to mark it at the 20.
Got the friendly roll after all that, too.
Well, and by doing that, you're not allowing Christensen to return it.
Correct,
which, if they would have done that earlier, you'd have a tie ball game.
Yeah.
So, Knights taking the field here. Hodson all alone in the backfield brings Christensen in motion, and it's Hodson to keep it. And he's got to cut back to the other side, breaks a tackle. He'll pick up about 5 yards.
That's a big play there by Hodson, escaping that tackle in the backfield there, picking up positive yardage. Came up a little slow there. Hope he's okay. Oh, he looks like no worse for the wear. Just taking a minute.
He's definitely not your regular running style quarterback.
No, and he doesn't need to be. This offense doesn't call for him to be a champion. In other words, where he needs to be lightning quick. He's plenty effective with what he's got.
And the handoff to Wild. Wild, they're going to mark him. They gave him 1.
That's a pretty generous 1 yard that they gave him there, honestly.
Brings up a 3rd and 4, and so Cavemen again, big defensive stop for them with 10:53 left to go here in the 4th quarter.
You'd like nothing more if you're Lone Peak right now to move the sticks here and put together a long, grinding drive to take a lot of time off this clock.
Hodson looks to pass. And there's the pass intended for McChesney. He's going to be incomplete.
Oh, we're going to have roughing the passer here. American Fork defender got there, stepped too late, and smacked Hodson. It's going to cost him. It's going to be a first down as a result of that penalty. That's a killer.
That's a tough one because that is an automatic first down with that.
Yeah, if it's 15 yards from the spot, it'll be a first down. That one hurts because you had him stopped. You had the punt coming, but that's 15 yards you didn't need to give up. As a defender, you got to learn, hey, as soon as that ball's out, I got to ease up. He took one extra step and hit Hodson. That's going to earn a flag every time. And you could tell he knew it the second he did it.
They gave him 20 yards.
That's 15, am I right?
Thought we were at the 21. Christensen in motion. Hodson throws. Blanton with the catch. And the quick hit there. That's number 8.
That's V-Weg.
Brings up a 2nd and 6 now for the Knights.
Solid pickup on that slant.
Clock continues to run. We're down to 10 minutes left to go here in the game.
Yeah, and if you're Lone Peak, you're in no hurry here.
Hodson in the pistol. He's got Wild behind him. And it's a give to Wild. Wild crashes into the line That Cavemen line is
sometimes
almost like a brick wall.
Sometimes the best thing you can do as a running back is just pick a hole and drive forward. He gets positive yards, makes it 3rd and 3 here. You'll take that.
Well, all you need is just a little yardage and possibly go for it on 4th just to keep that clock running.
And you're getting to midfield, so yeah, you're in that territory where you'd consider going for it. This is not an automatic, you kick it away.
9:20 left to go here in the game. And Hodson looking to throw. And he's going to find his receiver, and I believe that is caught for a first down.
That's Christensen out there. Yeah, it is, from his slot receiver. Nice out route. By the way, think about that throw he just made, clear across the field on a rope. What an incredible throw there by Hodson.
Especially on an out pattern.
Exactly, from the opposite hash almost.
Yeah.
Incredible play there by Hodson. And
that does show his arm strength.
Yeah, clock keeps going. We're now at the 9-minute mark.
Hodson in the pistol, Wild lined up behind him. He's got 3 receivers here to this near side, and he looks to pass. And it's intercepted! Intercepted! And that is Caleb Peterson, his 2nd interception of the night.
I know before that play that if you saw, they was trying to make sure they're on the same page as quarterback and receiver. Cole Christensen did that hitch and go. Christensen made a mistake, went on the go route. He throws it for the hitch. Peterson's like, thank you very much, untouched for 6. Now we are 1 point away from a tie ball game.
Well, and that makes sense because the only other receiver I could see in the area was Trey Robinson, but it was off the mark.
Yeah, it was meant for Christensen the entire way. That was a mistake in communication on the route combination, and Caleb Peterson is the beneficiary of it.
And you talked about that earlier in the ball game where, hey, they're trying to open something up. Yeah. You wait, and they're going to see a turn.
And Peterson jumped the route.
Hook and go,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, hitch and go. Yeah, fantastic play there.
The kick is up, and it is. I was waiting for we got a false start. I was like, is that good? They didn't say anything.
We're going to back them up 5 yards and kick it again.
That's their 2nd false start on they got a false start last time they were up. And so they'll back them up 5 yards, kick it again. 8:39 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Anderson looking to tie this one up. And he does. 14-all here in American Fork. We're back after this quick break.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
It's American Fork football here, brought to you by Avenue Bakery, as American Fork tying it up here against the Lone Peak.
So in this game, we've had 2 offensive touchdowns, 1 special teams touchdown, and now we got a pick 6 to make it a defensive score. That's how we've gotten to 14-14, y'all.
Spread the wealth.
Yeah, absolutely. Been a fun one tonight.
Tate Farnsworth looking to kick this one off. He's got McChesney and Christensen. And they're going to just kick a little pooch kick. It'll land and go out of bounds, and so that'll be a flag. They'll take this one out at the 30, so it'll be Knights ball at the 35.
Correct, yeah. I get the idea that they don't want to kick it deep to either one of McChesney or Christensen, but if you're going to do that, you got to keep the ball in bounds.
8:39 left to go here in the game. Tie ball game. It'll be Knights ball on their own 35-yard line, right?
30.
Are they marking a?
Oh, it's where it went out of bounds. If it goes out of bounds further up than the 35, you actually get it where it goes out. I thought it went out after the 35. So
I thought it did too. I thought it went out at the 31.
So I guess it did not. It got to the 37, so that's where we will have the ball spotted.
And so Hodson, again in the pistol with Wild lined up behind him. Hodson has got Wild on a swing pattern. And they are going to bring him down. No gain on the play.
That was a very slow developing swing right out of the backfield there. Just trying to get some positive yardage on it. It just took too long to develop. Allowed American Fork to really just come up in force and force the play inside.
Tonight's game brought to you by Summit Foot and Ankle. Summit Foot and Ankle wants to empower your peak performance. Foot pain isn't normal. Rise above the pain at summitfootankle.com. 8:04 left to go here in the game. Hodson gives to Wild, and Wild, no gain on the play. Loss of 1.
This American Fork defensive line is getting it done tonight, y'all. They're fantastic. Very nicely done there. Tackle for loss, making it 3rd and long here.
Tonight's game is also brought to you by Rockwell Ice Cream Company. They make the highest quality, fresh, homemade, super premium ice cream. If you like ice cream, well, you're going to love Rockwell. It's actually the perfect place for everyone to celebrate together after the game. 7:30. Hodson on 3rd down looks to pass. And it is Blanton for a first down.
Wow, what a completion there for the first down by Blanton.
Do we have a flag?
Trying to see.
There's a flag in the backfield.
That might be in the area where you see holding, but the Lone Peak offensive linemen are indicating it's on American Fork. But now they're backing up.
But they're backing up. So that was all for naught. That's going to bring up a 3rd and a long. A bundle, Jake.
There have been some critical penalties in this game at inopportune times. That's yet another one right there. Make this one a 3rd and a mile now.
So that is going to make it 3rd and about 24.
Not too many plays in your playbook for a first down conversion here, but we'll see. And we're having a discussion yet again about where the ball's supposed to be spotted.
I think they've got this one marked at about the 23-yard line. And they're marching it back even further.
What is going on?
That's a lot further than 10 yards from where the penalty was.
Yeah, that
they just gave it another 5. So that's 15 yards.
Yeah, we don't know where this ball is supposed to be spotted.
That makes it
all right, well.
Is that where they're going to put it?
I guess so. That's going to make it, what, 3rd and...
It's 28?
About that.
I don't know. 29? Blanton's going to run right up the middle. And he gets quite a bit of yardage there up to the 30 and finally brought down.
That just gets you out a little bit further, kicking this ball away. Hodson on that QB draw. American Fork's willing to give up that yardage. They just kind of rally to the ball, and actually a very, very nice tackle, submarining him on the tackle there.
Under 7 minutes left to go. Sanchez in to punt on this 4th and about 16. Hold back to receive for the Cavemen. Sanchez not his best punt, as this one will go out of bounds about the 40-yard line. And so Cavemen will have decent field position.
Feels like American Fork's got a little bit of the momentum right now. Let's see if they can capitalize on it after that pick 6.
Are they going to mark it at the 38?
That ball went out. Wow, I don't know.
You know, we are standing up here, and it's a little bit, maybe we're not seeing things quite exactly.
We had a good angle on that one.
Yeah, I've been a little confused at some of the things that's gone on tonight. The additional 5 yards on a holding call, making it 15 yards. Champ having to drop back, and he's now just going to throw this one away. And so that will be an incomplete pass. 6:23
Didn't
on the
see
clock.
any options for him on that, so he decided, you know what, I'm going to get outside the tackle box and just hurl this one towards the crowd.
Boy, he sure did. That one landed on the track.
Yeah, I got all the way over here. I was wondering if he was going to make it into the stands.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again from their own 38-yard line.
As Doug, our camera guy, just said, nobody was on the track there to intended receivers. Nobody was around that ball.
It's a give up the middle. And I think that might have been Watts on the carry. That is Watts. And Watts is close to a first. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Great run there by Watts, finding a hole up the middle, making a nice little cut back there, making it now 3rd and 1. That's going to make it a big opportunity here to move the sticks once again.
We're under 6 minutes left to play in a tie ball game here, Jake. Two defenses that are just been great all year long. Champ hands this one to Watts, and Watts gets stood up. He's going to get a loss of 1, and it'll bring up a 4th and 2 now for the Cavemen.
Tyler Denny, I think Seth Dahl in there, Nathan Darrington as well, making the play. And number 8 for Lone Peak as well that was in on that. Let's see here. Corbin Baumgartner on the play there.
So 4th and a long 1. And they go for it, giving it to Watts, and Watts is going to come up short. He got a foot, and that was it. It's a turnover on downs. Lone Peak going to take over in American Fork foot.
Sorry about that. Luke
territory.
Smith making an incredible play there, just jumping on his back and refusing to let go. What a big turnover on downs there for that Lone Peak defense. And now suddenly they're in plus territory with an opportunity to retake the lead.
With it tied up. Sketchy call.
I would have kicked that one away probably myself, but anymore, these coaches, a lot of them, even the college game, the high school level, they're starting to believe more and more in the analytics, and they probably saw the numbers, know the numbers, said we should go for it here. But hey, every so often the defense makes a play like that. Like I said, Luke Smith, number 42, jumps on that guy's back and refused to let go and just kind of dragged him backwards while his teammates and Cavemen helped him push it back.
Hodson all alone in the backfield. Looks to throw. He's got a lot of time. Great protection. It's now Hunter Clegg that hunts him down on the little scramble there. Hodson will get 5.
Hodson's taking some punishment tonight, but he'll take that yardage as a result of that, so you'll take that every time. Make it 2nd and 5 here. Opens the playbook wide open, give you an opportunity to move this ball along.
Down to the Cavemen 42-yard line. You know, and you're in position here now. You don't punt. Now you do go for it on 4th if it comes to.
Yeah, in plus territory like this, you go for it. This is go territory. You got 3 downs to work with here if you need it.
Lone Peak's got Sanchez. Sanchez is a phenomenal kicker, and you're actually close to his range here as they get out of bounds, close to a first down. That was complete to
Trey
number
Robinson.
10, Robinson. And he's signaling first down.
We got one side judge saying one thing, the other one saying another, but the side judge closest gets the overrule. So
we're down to, let's see, Robinson did step out. So it
Yeah.
stopped the clock. 4:24 left to go here in the game. Lone Peak getting into, deep into Caveman territory. Well, Hodson's going to keep it, and he'll pick up a few. And now you're to a point where you are in Sanchez's field goal range. We're down to 4:13, so there's plenty of time left.
Mm-hmm.
But you're in field goal range now.
Yeah, you probably want one more first down here at minimum if you can manage it. Obviously, you like to take 7 points. There's no doubt about that if you can manage it. But this is starting to get to the point where you can carve enough time off the clock. Yeah, you're happy with just the 3.
It'll be 2nd and 7. Hodson in the pistol. He's got Wild lined up behind him and 4 receivers. He looks to pass. Intended for Christensen, and they are going to throw the flag.
That's an easy call. You can't get there early like you did. That's going to be an easy call. You saw multiple officials pull that flag immediately. You arrived 2 steps too early, they're going to throw that flag every time. Big break once again for Lone Peak here. Moves the sticks, and guess what? They can carve more time off the clock here. And as you talked about, now you're firmly in field goal range.
You know, you could put your hand, you can be there.
Yes.
You could be right there, but you can't bring your arm down on top of his arm when that ball, before that ball's there. And that's exactly what happened.
Exactly.
And we both saw it.
You cannot arrive early like that. Why are they spotting this on the near hash? Oh, they called defensive holding on that, it looks like, according to our Doug. He did have hold of that jersey, so that makes sense then with him.
So just a 10-yard penalty.
It still converts to the first down, though, so here you go.
So watch first down brings Christensen in motion. Christensen's going to take it around the right side. And we've got a flag that comes in. I think it's going to be a face mask.
Well, I think it might be holding, actually, here. We'll see. Our white hat threw that flag right at the feet of that offensive lineman. I'm wondering if that's a holding call. It's going to back Lone Peak up, and they are walking like it is. Oh, face mask. Okay. Oh, face mask on the offense. All right. Somebody got on the edge, got their hands too high up on an opposing player's face mask. That's a
15-yard penalty.
That'll cripple you.
From the spot of the foul. And so that backs Lone Peak up to the Caveman 42-yard line.
We have seen some critical penalties in this game. Yet is yet another one right there because suddenly, you're first and what? Are we?
Yeah, now you're out of field goal range.
Are we 27? Is that what we're looking at? First and 27 here. Yeah, first and 27. Here we go.
It was a bundle. I was trying to figure it out. Bateman breaks free. He gets a nice little spin move, and he picks up good yardage.
I love Bateman. He is not the world's fastest or greatest athlete, but he's effective. He knows how to use his body to shield defenders. As you mentioned, he gets that spin move, frees himself up for an extra 2 or 3 yards there, gets it back to second, and you have an opportunity here. It's now 2nd and 16 rather than 1st and 27.
And back in field goal range.
Exactly.
We're down to 2:33 left to go here in the game. Tie score.
This is 4-minute offense at its best right here, folks. Grind that clock.
Hodson just killing time. And he is going to get just trapped in the pocket, and now we've got another loss.
Now, you couldn't have that. That's what you don't want in that scenario, is to take a sack there. But, hey, credit once again to that American Fork defensive line. They were swarming upfield and did not allow Hodson to have any opportunity.
Dylan Skoy's helmet coming off for the second time this game.
Well, he got the sack there, I think. He ended up with the sack there. It's a huge, huge play here. And we are going to... Oh, I thought we had a timeout for a minute. We do not.
We got a timeout?
No, they're resetting the play clock.
The clock continues to run.
They're going to call officials timeout here to make sure it resets. It's going to give Lone Peak an opportunity to get back in. Here we go. They finally got it set again. Here we go. There we go. Finally, back to the 42nd.
The clock's continuing to run though, so I'm not sure if they need to fix that too.
Yeah, they just realized it.
Because that thing ran from 2 minutes down to 1:33, and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, the game clock here, they got to fix that. Yeah, you're right. I'm glad you caught that. I did not catch it.
So now they're going to tell them exactly what to put the game clock at. The play clock's at 40.
That's what they were trying to reset.
And now we're back to 2:03.
There we go.
So 2:03 left to go in the game. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about, we're going to call that 3rd and 17.
That's 3rd and 21, isn't it?
Oh, it is. You're right. Not 7. 3rd and 22.
22, yeah.
My math gets off.
Okay.
I took off 5. I took off 5 yards. You know, I pulled a referee's move on that one. And so the crowd gets loud. We're under 2 minutes left to go. Knight's just really wanting to get downfield. And they're looking to kill game clock. because they just need a 5 yards. They're going to bring Sanchez in and knock 3 points through the uprights.
Yeah, let's go all the way down here.
So the the play clock is at 10. Hodson snaps the ball, and he's upfield. He's running freely. He'll pick up about 10 yards.
That's exactly. You could not have dreamed up a better pickup of yardage on that play right there. What an incredible job.
Well, and
by
you notice
Hodson.
how he was trying to get in the middle of the hash.
He's trying to set it up. Yeah, he's trying to set up his kicker to have it right down the boulevard here. This is going to set them up. This is probably be, let's see, we're at the 25 here.
It's going to make
about a
42.
42-yarder, and that's well within Sanchez's range, even going into the wind here.
So Sanchez will come in to see if he can get 3 on the board with 1:20 left to go in this game. And could it be enough to win the game?
You put it on your defense at that point and trust that it is enough. We'll see. We first got to make the kick, though, obviously.
I like to get ahead of myself here, Jay.
That's okay.
$1:20 left to go. Of course, this game brought to you by Stephanie Clark at Berkshire Hathaway. Stephanie Clark, Utah's premier real estate professional. Also, Velocirax. Bring them all. Here comes the kick. And American Fork is bringing them all. Sanchez looking at a 42-yarder here. The kick is up. It's got the distance, and it is no good.
He pushed it.
It went left.
Yep. He tried to toe poke it to get it into the wind to get enough yards. He didn't need to do that. He has plenty of leg. He overthought that one. He tried to put a lot of oomph into that one. He didn't need to. He's got the leg that can make that kick in his sleep. He decided, you know what, I got to juice this, and as a result, he pushes it wide left.
And so it's going to give the Caveman the ball at the 20-yard line. 1:15 left to go. 1:15 here in the game. And here comes Champion Edwards. He's got Segura lined up in the backfield with him. 3 receivers. Champ takes the snap, and he will run it. He's got some blocking out in front of him. He's out to 30, out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
Way to go, Champ Edwards, making guys miss left and right there. What a fantastic pickup for first down.
1:08 on the clock.
What a game this has been, by the way. In terms of 14-14 ball games, you won't find more entertaining than this, I would imagine.
This one coming right down to the wire. It's going to. Edwards on first down. Looks to pass.
Miscommunication there on the route concept.
Intended for Peyton Reese. I think he thought Peyton Reese was going to hook to the outside, and instead he hooked to the inside. So it does stop the clock, of course. 1:05. We're down to 1:05 here. Tie ball game. Cavemen at their own 33-yard line. Second down, and Edwards is going to keep it. He'll get maybe 2.
Great job there. That one was number 8 once again. Corbin Baumgartner, backup linebacker into this game, making a fantastic individual play with that tackle.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 9. The clock continues to run. At this point, I think American Fork's ready to just take this one into overtime. They're still in their own territory. They don't want to have to punt this one away. Champ going to toss this one up, and it's caught down the sideline. That's Roberts. Roberts with the big play, and they're in Lone Peak territory.
Trey Roberts has been quiet most of the night, and you know what? When you need it, dial it up, throw it down the field, and allow your best receiver to go underneath and catch it. That's exactly what just happened, and now suddenly American Fork has a chance to get in range for a field goal to win this bad boy.
You know, it looks like Champ throws those effortlessly, and it almost looks like he's throwing them off his back foot.
In a way, yeah.
As he releases, and this one he's going to keep. It's a keeper, and he'll get 1.
I'm going to call timeout immediately here.
So AF will take a timeout. 24 seconds low on the clock. We're going to take one as well.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of VIEW.
Hey, we're back. 24 seconds left to go. What a game we got here on KSL Sports Rewind. Brought to you by Skin Science and Avenue Bakery. It's American Fork hosting the Lone Peak Knights. Jake?
Region 4, man. This is exactly what you expect with these type of games. Two heavyweights going at it, and they've been trading blows all night long. American Fork now with 24 seconds to see if they can get in position to kick a potential game-winning field goal.
They've still got 2 timeouts left. Lone Peak with all of their timeouts. American Fork at the Lone Peak 41-yard line. They've got kickers that can kick. They're just going to need a few more yards to get them into range. Champ takes the snap, looks to throw, and he's going to air it out. Airing it out to Roberts, and Roberts just comes up short.
Oh, that was so close. Roberts nearly had the game winner there. Oh, my goodness, so close.
19 seconds left to go. That's
Like
going to bring up 3rd and 9.
When in doubt, throw it up to your best receiver. He was just a couple inches away from coming up with another big one.
When in doubt, air it out.
Air it out. You're right. Good. Hey, well done, sir. Well done.
On 3rd down. Champ in the gun. Segura lined up in the backfield with him, and it's a give to Roberts on a little bubble screen, and Roberts breaks free. He's across the 20, and he's going to be pulled out of bounds at the 10. 10 seconds left to go here in this game.
Alex Passy with a game-saving tackle there coming from his safety spot. But Trey Roberts, what a job by him setting up those blocks and then bursting down the sideline here. And now they have a chance to take a couple shots at the end zone before having to kick it here.
Self-discipline. No flags on the play. Linemen did a great job. You have to give it to them.
They absolutely. They got out on that screen, set it up to perfection. And by the way, Trey Roberts, his patience there to allow his lineman to get out there and set it up was absolutely awesome. And they call timeout.
American Fork wants a timeout. Hey, we're going to take one as well.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time. Courses on your time. Graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of VIEW.
Seconds left to go. You're watching KSL Sports Rewind right here. This game, of course, brought to you by Avenue Bakery and Skin Science. I'm Mark Winterton. Jake Hatch joining me in this rivalry game.
Oh, yeah, this is true rivalry right here. Are they going to kick right now, you think?
You got 10 seconds, so you've got 1 timeout. I don't know if you would.
Here comes the off. Oh, no, they are going to kick.
They are. They're bringing him out. They're going to go ahead and kick this one.
And the thought process
3 on the board.
Thought process is if you have a bad snap or a bad hold, you abort the play and then you get to try it again. So here we go.
So this is Anderson. Anderson to kick. It is no good. It went left.
Holy smokes. They're celebrating like they made it.
Thought they
got it. They missed it. He went wide left.
It looked good to me.
It did too.
It looked good to me.
I thought it looked good to me too, but they're saying it missed wide left.
It looked good.
Oh my goodness, we got controversy here.
I watched it go through.
That field goal looked like it went through the uprights. Holy smokes.
Jake, I totally thought it went through.
We had an angle on it. I thought we had to go on.
I thought we had a great angle on it.
And that the far judge was emphatic saying it went wide left. Holy cow.
that could go down. This is going to be one you're going to want to go and review.
Absolutely.
Because I do not think he missed.
Wow.
I truly don't believe he missed.
Wow, okay. I thought it was good myself, but...
And so Lone Peak is going to send this to overtime. They're just going to down it. They get it at the 20. There's 6 seconds left. They'll down it, go into overtime.
I'm going to quote my boss, Scott Gerard. What the hell just happened?
Well,
Lone Peak's checking their film here on their huddle down on the sideline.
American Fork is.
Sorry, American Fork, sorry. They're looking at it.
Wait, but you can't. There's no
replay, no.
Yeah, you can't replay, but you can see that it went through. Look, they're watching that.
They got absolutely hosed.
I don't know what that ref was looking at because we saw it too. It went through, and then he waves it off. It says, "Oh, it's out." It went wide left.
They got absolutely jobbed on that. I cannot believe that.
And the crowd is...
That is officiating incompetence at its best. I'm sorry.
Well, with that, we're going to overtime,
Coach
Jake.
Beam is irate. And as he should be. I'm going to take a look at this replay.
We're going to go to break. All right, we are watching this on a... that looked good. Can you slow it down? Just go back. It was good. Yep, you can see it right there. It was good.
That kick should have counted. Looking at that replay, that snuck through in the bottom corner of the upright.
I don't know how that ref did not see that.
He's supposed to be looking up at that upright, watching that, and missed it.
And he missed it. He dropped the ball. That was good. American Fork wins this game.
Instead, we get to play more football. We're going to overtime.
Lone Peak gonna get a...
We got a discussion going on down here with Coach Beam. Well, we're still waiting on official word from the officials here. We got Coach Brockbeck on one side saying, let's play more football. Coach Beam on the other. That kick was good. We should have won this football game. So we're going to... Well, got some controversy here tonight. American Fork should have won the game, but we're going to play overtime, it looks like, folks. Wow, one of the all-time missed calls here. I am stunned at what we have just observed. Watching that replay, that sure looked like that kick was good, made it across the crossbar there. Official said it was wide left, and as such, we are now going to play overtime. Captain's headed to midfield here where they will talk it over. Coin flip to determine who will have the ball first. All right, well, waiting the result of the coin flip here. You're watching the high school rewind here on KSLSports.com. Mark Winterton, Jake Hatch along for the ride here. And this game's had it all, folks. We've had controversy. We've had turnovers. We've had special team scores. We've had a defensive pick six. We've had it all in a 14-14 ball game as we go to overtime here. Officials explaining the rules of overtime here. They are college rules here. Each team will have a possession from the 25-yard line. One timeout to work with. And you got to get points, and then if the team that possesses it first does not score, the second team can win it with points, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown here. It appears American Fork won the toss, picked defense, which is usually the strategy. Lone Peak will have the ball first, going from south to north here, so they'll be going into the north end zone here at American Fork High School. Yeah, as Doug pointed out to me just barely, our camera guy, bit stunning that American Fork decided to go north when they're going into the wind rather than have the wind at their back. But alas, that's what is going to play out here. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Knights. Handoff here to Wild on first down. Nice pickup on first down there. Pick up about 4, it looks like. Clock is not an issue here in overtime. There is no play clock. Make it 2nd and 6 here from the 21. Hodson in the pistol. Brooks Wild behind him. Shift from the American Fork defensive line. Hodson fires it out there. Cole Christensen still coming out of his break. Excuse me, Crew McChesney, my mistake. Coming out of his break there. Did not know it was coming that quickly. Unable to corral it there. Make it 3rd and 6 here. All right, 3rd and 6 here. Tight formation, 2 tight ends on the field. Hodson back to pass. Corks a deep one and broken up. Dangerous pass there by Hodson. Thrown it into traffic. Trying to get the number there. Apologize, I'm unable to get those numbers on those jerseys for American Fork. Still tough. All right. Sanchez setting up for what will be a 38-yard field goal. Similar spot to where he had a potential game winner earlier in this game. Snap is back, hold down, kick is up, and it is no good! No good! Sanchez missed it again!
How many missed field goals are we going to miss?
Well, we got 3 so far. All right, so American Fork, they got the ball now with a chance. All they need is 3 to win this game, and they may escape with a victory even after the officials cost them it in regulation.
Well, that's all I have to say, Jake.
All right.
It is first down. Champ hands to Watts. Watts going to push forward. He'll get a couple.
All right, all you got to do here is take care of the football. All you need is a field goal to win this one. We got some controversy. That kick.
Well, so the view we saw was from Lone Peak's camera.
Which is right in that end zone, essentially.
Yeah, and so we were able to see the shot where it came through, and you could see the ball.
Yeah. Sure looked like it went through.
You could actually lose sight of the ball as it went behind the upright, which meant in our angle it was going in.
Got it.
In. And that's the only thing I could see.
American Fork calling timeout here. Want to talk it over with their guys. We'll take a break.
College wasn't built for me.
It didn't care if I had to work a double shift.
Test day's test day. Deadline's a deadline.
I want to set the deadlines.
Tests on your time, courses on your time, graduate on your time. WGU, the nonprofit university of you.
It's overtime here in American Fork, where Lone Peak missed on their overtime field goal.
Yep, all American Fork needs now is 3 points to win this ball game.
It's going to be 2nd and 8. Edwards gives to his running back. That's Segura. Segura going to push forward. And that looks like they're going to give him about 4 yards on that one, down to the 19.
All right, do you kick here on 3rd down? Appears they will not.
You know, like you said, if there's a bobbled snap or whatever,
You have to abort the play.
you could abort the play and then get another shot.
Re-kick, yeah. They're not going to do that. They're going to try and get another 1st down, it looks like, or at least set it up.
Both of these teams, their kicking, their special teams is phenomenal.
Had been phenomenal until the last, 20 minutes.
Other than the missed field goals, as they give this one again, and I think this one's Erdley.
Tyler Denny with the original hit there at the line of scrimmage.
That is Erdley on the carry, and now Watts will come into the game for Erdley.
It's 4th down, so here we go.
And so here comes Anderson. So Noah Anderson, senior for the American Fork Cavemen.
It'll be a 33-yard field goal, it appears, attempt.
And he missed wide left his last field goal attempt that could have won the game. The hold, the kick looks good, and it is. And American Fork wins this one on their own home turf in this rivalry game against Lone Peak.
What a wild game as we are riding the wave up here on top of the press box. But what a game, what a finish, holy smokes.
Cavemen win this one 17-14 over Lone Peak. I'm Mark Winterton, and you have been watching KSL Sports Rewind. Any last quick comments, Jake?
We got entertained tonight. We had controversy. We had special teams touchdowns. We had defensive touchdowns. What a battle. What a victory for American Fork after they lost at Corner Canyon last week. Region 4 is absolutely nutty, but a big win for the Cavemen here.
It's going to make the rest of this season great, as we're going to see good games through Region 4, but this is a big win for American Fork.
Absolutely. Well, thanks, everybody.
Thanks for watching. Have a good night.